We live by prayer. We survive by prayer. We conquer by prayer.
I need to begin tonight to ask you, what have you been doing with your secret life? What have you been doing with your secret life? In fact, now that you are 25, what have you been preparing for these 25 years? What is the preparation? What exactly are you looking forward to in the hand of God? What opportunity can heaven have, and then you will be the one that God has said, I have found a king in the house of Jesse? What can be the situation? Bro, Goliath was insulting Israel for days. There was a man there with the crown on his head, but he did not have the stature to fight Goliath. He had nothing with God in the secret. What is the first thing that David said? He said, I took care of the bear. I took care of the lion. Who is this uncircumcised Philistines? What have you been preparing for? How is it that you are molding your life? You see, that is why you are a teacher in that secondary school and no student is looking up to you. That is why you are working in that bank. Even your colleagues cannot feel the warmth of your fire. You are not living like everybody else, living like somebody who doesn't know where they are going, looking for what is not lost. There is nothing that is driving the way you live, driving the way you think. You think you are like everybody else. And you see, the minute you think you are like everybody else, your reality is that you will be like as ordinary as everybody else. You must begin to tell yourself, I'm not the same with everybody. We are not all going in the same direction. We are not pursuing the same thing. Some people are in this world just to marry and have children. That's not how I want to be remembered. Not me. Today when I was crying to the Lord in my prayer place, I was telling the Lord, the reason I live like this is because you have told me that I'm alive to fight for a generation. I'm fighting for a generation. And the generation I'm fighting for may hate me now, but when I die, they will remember that he was sent to us. They will remember. What exactly are you preparing for? What exactly is God even preparing you for? Okay, so God gives you a wife, he gives you a husband, and then you have 15 children, and then you get a good job and you die. What's the difference between you and the person that is dancing in Igbe? They too got married, had 15 children, and they died. They even buried two of you in the same cemetery. What's the difference? How many people will sleep at night and say that it is this sister I was looking at, and my heart began to burn? I love the way he loves God. If people have not told you that thing, it means you have no fire. I love the way she loves God. I love the way he talks about God. I love the way she serves God. I love the way she's committed to the things of God. If your colleagues have not begun to tell you that kind of, some people will hate you, but some will come to you. They've never met you. You've never had the conversation. They'll say the way you live. Kai. Some of the people are not yet born again, but you will just know that every time they're in the room, your life has become judgment. Reminding them every day that that thing you say you cannot do, look at somebody that is doing it. Every day. When you meet our Christian brothers, there's no desire for God. It doesn't provoke you to love God. There's nothing wrong with discussing about Nigeria and football, if you like football and you like, but every time they meet you, there's no fragrance from heaven that comes from your life. It means your altar is not burning. Something is wrong. It means there's no savor coming from your life into the nostrils of heaven. Because if your savor is perpetual and is consistent, you'll be a man of covenant. God cuts covenants with men that know how to raise incense. His covenant. You think some of us are strong? We're not strong, oh. It's just that God has cut covenant with us that even Satan cannot intervene again. He can't change it again. It's a sealed contract. So it's not given to him. It's a sealed contract. What are you preparing for? I beg you in God's name, write it in your note and go back and ask God, what are you preparing me for?